Hey guys. Um Before the video starts, I need to get something off the chest. I need to make something very clear. I've always put you guys first when it came to either news or whatever I'm doing before I upload a video. I have to be honest with you guys. 2019 is going to be a different year. It's going to be a different me completely. And here's why. Before this news gets, before I start delivering the news and do everything that I love to do, I gotta be real. Last night, I was on the phone. All right. I was talking to a few friends, and then I got to talk to Time for Princess, on the PlayStation. And after talking to Time for Princess, after I hung up with her and went and played some games, I got a phone call yesterday. It was regarding my mother. My mother was in a car accident yesterday. Now, she's all right. She's fine. Airbag saved her life, thank God. But that whole experience right there just made me realize one particular thing. And even though I've always believed this, it really did make me take time on this planet that much more seriously. It has. I'm changing because I need to. Okay? And I heard something pretty funny today of my mother. My mother said, "Oh, Lord, my Christmas shopping could have been stopped permanently." And I was like, wow, she could have possibly been taken away from this world. And yet she's still thinking about other people here on Christmas. I just go to show where I get my heart at, why I'm always the person to do stuff that other YouTubers wouldn't do. Like let smaller YouTubers on, like give spotlight to other YouTubers, right? To unblock people who have said something disgusting to me in the past, to give that second chance and to talk to those individuals. In 1 year, in less than a year, really, I made peace with all the people that I've had beef with over the year that I've been on YouTube, all the people that I've had, nothing but negative thoughts towards, I made peace with. In half a year, I have made, I become best friends with a lot of people that simply a lot of you might not like. I become good friends with. And it's all because we all have an understanding that we are gamers and we love gaming. Last night was a little too much for me. It was just a little too much for me. And I don't care what it takes at this point. I really don't. After yesterday, I'm not leaving YouTube. Nah, I'm not giving up on something that I love. And she would hate me if I gave up for her. My mother would hate me if I did some shit like that. Nah, my mom knows how committed I am. She loves what I do. She tunes in as well. She tunes in the podcast, Everybody, so many family members tune into podcasts that I do. But what I'm really going to do from this point on is definitely do right by not only this channel, but by everybody who tunes in to this channel. And I got to be upfront. I got to be more upfront, but I also got to be more fair towards everybody. And it's going to be how it is, man. I don't care if I got to change the name. I don't care if I got to change the logo of a channel. I don't care at this point. I don't. I pretty much fought this ridiculous console war for the longest. And many people can say I've been a general for the most part. Many people can say that. I've been the voice of reason. I've said X amount of things are going to happen, and I stuck by those things. And I was always upfront, about these things. And I always said that I was going to be upfront with you, and I never lied to you, not once, I opened up off air to people. I told people stuff about me and things that I'm not so proud of, in terms of decisions in life. I told people about, stuff regarding my father, my mother, I said a lot of stuff. I'll share this with you guys because I have no fear. I actually have no fear, and you can take this if you will. My father died when I was 5 years old. All right. My father died when I was 5 years old, and I remember the last thing I said to my father. I didn't tell my mom this. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't even tell my brothers this. But the last thing I said to my father and the last conversation I had with my father was I was going to look out for my mother. I take care of my mother. When he's like, yeah, when he said, and this is when he was, I was at his house and he was in his little workout room. But he was like, you make sure you take care of your mother. I was like, yeah, I'm always going to take care of my mother. I said, I promised, Dad, I promised. He was working out. I was playing with damn toys at the time when he was working out, and I used to always mock him. I remember those memories. 24 hours later, I get the news that changed my life permanently. The news that I would never see my father again. And that changed me drastically. Many people can say it made me tougher, it made me harden. I wouldn't say that. What it did was it kind of put me in a different mindset to where I didn't want to be around people, because being around people always made that fear of loss that much more greater. And as time went on, I guess you can say the pain numbed, but there are days when I still feel bits and pieces of it, and that's just how I've been. I'm not putting this out here because I want sympathy. I'm not putting this out here because it needs to be said. No, I'm putting this out here because I must do this. It's not because it needs to be said. No, this is something that I must do. It's time for me to leave this whole crumb side thing. It's time for me to really take this channel to the next level and be better than what I've ever been. It's time for me to push content out here that is far superior than what I've ever done. And it's time for me to put myself into this product more than what I've ever done. And it's time. This decision is final. Nothing's going to change my mind on how I feel and how I view gaming. I'm always going to have my opinion of gaming. I'm always going to do my gaming news and whatever. But in terms of how I present it and go about it, it's got to change. Because life's too short for me to dedicate so much time and effort into, being fair to you, but to push it as if it's, we're in a war here. It's no longer worth it. New console's about to launch, all this. It's not worth it no more. It's not. So I already know somebody might, look at this and go, well, that's karma, or not karma, but, that's just the law of the jungle, right? I guess so. Guess so. I guess every now and so often you'll reach the end of a battle, so to speak, But this is most certainly going to be the last time I do a video like this. It's going to be the last time I do a video where I have to, go off the top. I'm not doing videos like that anymore. It's not worth my time. I'm here to talk gaming. I most certainly will talk gaming. And if somebody hates me for wanting to talk about gaming, then I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel, man. I'd rather talk about gaming. I'd rather talk about the future than talk about drama. I'd rather talk about gaming and the future than deal with people who have nothing better with their time than to throw subliminals. People who act like snakes and claim they have respect and love and blah, blah, blah. And then you see them in comment sections saying the opposite. I don't have time for it, guys. I just don't. You're going to see me around less and less when it comes to certain podcasts. You really are. If not, you already don't see me as much as this. I'm very selective now. I do show up to those who've always been good with me. And I've always been there as friends. But I have to exit the crumb side. I have to go bigger for the future. And I might lose support. I might lose people that might say, oh, nah, this is what made you who you are. See, my response to that is very simple. The crumb side didn't make me who I am. What made me who I am is just my will to come out here, whether it be a podcast, a video, whatever, right? and just game and just tell you what's on my mind. That's what got me here. I clearly have a voice for this. I have a talent for this, but in order for me to achieve my talents, in order for me to reach that audience out here, in order for me to really get that through to you, I have to be different. I have to be more of myself. I have to drop, a few of these things that I do on this channel. It's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it. I see too many people who put on these personas and have no shame. Me, you won't be seeing such a thing from that, or such a thing like that from me. You won't be seeing it because it's just not worth it. All right. So that's all I gotta say on the video. This is just a heads up on what I'm going to be doing from this point forward. Any person who might have a problem with my decision, I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe. You can do whatever you want. Don't care at this point. I just don't. If you're going to unsubscribe from me because I would rather talk about gaming than drama, then you were never here for gaming to begin with. If you're going to sit here and throw subliminals, then you clearly never have respect to begin with. Just get this straight and understand that it's time for me to move on. And I most certainly will be moving on. This is Ryan the Professional. I might change my name again, but who knows? But I got a gaming video I'm working on, and this is going to mark my new form, and this is going to mark how I'm going about things from this point forward. I simply don't care. Not like I used to anymore. And I'm sorry, but this is how I feel. Catch you guys on the next video, which will be uploading very shortly after I get a few things done. But appreciate you guys for your patience, everybody. Thank you guys so much for everything. Whether you stay subscribed and be there still at the end, I appreciate y'all. I do. But it's time, man. It's time. All right. See you guys in my next video. Later.